Well, hello there, Scorpio. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what is going on for December. We're going to be doing the overview this week, so we'll have 5 columns of cards and 3 rows as per usual. It's going to be a big one, but I think we're ready for it. All right. So we will be looking in depth at the very end of this reading on the first week of December. All right. So we'll talk about November 30th through the 6th in a more in-depth way. All right. I have a couple of messages for you from my guides, but first let's go ahead and light a candle, all right? I have this beautiful chakra candle. We're getting down to the bottom of it, but I think it's working out beautifully and it's carrying really good energy for us. So I like that very much. We'll get that lit for us, ta-da, and we'll set it over here. It's gonna be really great. All right. Now then, of course, the messages from my guides for this month for all 12 signs are talking about how we need to ask for help when we need it, okay? Pretty simple. Reach out. Don't try and be a hero and do it all without having asked anybody else first. Sometimes even just Googling a thing first will give us more information than if we just forged ahead on our own without paying any attention to the things we might not know. And of course, a YouTube video will also certainly help you. To get the information on how to do the thing that you need to do, whether you're building a retaining wall or whatever it is. You can do computer stuff there too, so there's lots of things to learn. It's like YouTube school, right? Don't be afraid to reach out and do that thing you need to do to take care of yourself, okay? The other thing to know from my guides is that we are looking at our different individual groups, whether it's our family group, our work group, and our friend group. All of these groups are going to need to become more intense and more circled up, more tight, shall we say. And it has to do with getting to know people on a deeper level and them getting to know you at a deeper level. And when that happens, everything gets kind of cool, okay? I really appreciate the possibilities of how you can better support other people when you have a better idea what they're going through, and vice versa. If they know a little bit of what you're going through, they can better support you. And that's nice. And that is what we're working towards in the month of December, all right? So let's go ahead and get you a guiding card, all right? So we're going to use this beautiful deck, which is the Etherieal Visions Illuminated Tarot, to get you one card that we'll see every single week when we come back, and we will talk about it, because it will be the card that is your theme, Scorpio, for the entire month. And it's right here. This one right here. All right, so I'll go ahead and set these cards aside. What do we have for you? Ooh, the Ace of Wands. Ho, 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 ho. You are a big idea. You are all big ideas right now. Everything is coming up with big ideas for you. You are dreaming big. You're coming up with plans. You're Googling stuff. You're formulating what you want to do, where you want to go. Dreaming a great big dream, and I think that's awesome, okay? Very cool. I do like it when, whoop, I'm gonna just put that anywhere, all right? So yes, this Ace of Wands is about you being a dreamer, bringing your ideas to the fore, coming up with big plans and sharing those big plans with everybody around you and being able to push forward with all of that, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead, and you're spending a whole month working on this, so this is kind of a big deal, right? Nice. This month, I'm doing something special, and I'm going to be giving away a free reading to whomever I draw from the drawing. So there will be a drawing for a free reading, and I will tell you more about that at the end of the reading, all right? So hang in there. We'll do the full overview, and we'll do the individual reading, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the drawing, okay? Thank you. Let's talk about what's going on down here. All right. So we have the beautiful Tempest deck that we use for the overview, but we're going to use this magical Nordic tarot for our mystery card for the week of November 30th through the 6th. What does Scorpio need? What do we need for Scorpio? It's right there. All right, so we're going to put this card right here. We'll let Woody, the wooden tortoise, keep an eye on that for us. He's a very good boy. We're going to go ahead and set these over here. And now we'll use this beautiful Tempest deck to lay out the cards for the overview. So we have 5 cards coming out, one for each week. This is going to be the first row, of course, is where we are. Second row is going to be what's blocking us. And the third row is going to be our solution. All right, for each week. And then we'll go ahead and look at them and kind of go over them somewhat quickly. And then I'll go in depth on the first week. All right, cool. So there we go. Set these aside. Organized. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so let's talk now about November 30th through the 6th. You're going to be in charge of whatever's going on around you, Scorpio. Be aware of that. You're the boss. But remember that as the boss, you want to take care of your people, and your people will take care of you. So as you're working through everything that's going on around you, you will be in charge, but you are going to be doing it in the best possible way, where everybody wants to support you. And that's nice, because you're really very conscientious about being good with your people. Your people want to help you, okay? I mean, and let's face it, even though you're the boss and things are going pretty well, this card here is talking about what's blocking you. Your wishes aren't being fulfilled. So there may be a snafu. Your shipments may not be arriving for parts and pieces that you need to do a thing that you're working on. So things are delays and frustrations are coming up for you. Your wishes are not being fulfilled. You're feeling irritated and frustrated, even because you know you're in charge. You're like, oh man, anything that's going wrong, it's going to be my fault. Sometimes it's just stuff that's happening and you're like, okay, we got to deal with this. So pay attention to how you're internalizing or personalizing the issues, and see what you can do about getting everything else together until you get to that very basic piece that's missing, and you're like, okay, cool, cool, cool. We'll have to wait for that piece to arrive, but as soon as it's here, we'll put it together, we'll wrap it up and ship it, all right? So it'll be very much so prepared and ready as much as you possibly can, without putting any undue pressure on yourself for the fact that the thing didn't ship right. It's not your fault. Sometimes the universe does what it wants to and not what you want to, okay? There is the Page of Cups. New information about something that you care about is coming up for you at this time, so pay attention, listen up. There will be information that comes your way, okay? Cool. Maybe you'll find out, hey, I heard there was another company that sells that part over there. You might want to think about going and getting about 10 of those things so we can get the initial order out and make sure that their specific immediate needs are handled. And then presto changeo, we'll take care of the rest when those parts arrive, okay? That would be a quick fix, a band-aid situation, but it will help you tremendously, all right? And your customer will realize you're screwed and that you're trying to take care of them anyway, all right? Nice. Now then, the next week over, we're looking at the 7th through the 13th. Of December. You have all the tools at your disposal now. Ta-da! Everything came in. Huzzah! Finally. So you have all the parts and pieces you need now. That's wonderful news. And now you can make things start happening. So perfect. Ta-da! 5 of Swords is blocking you, though. 5 of Swords is about how you wanting to take responsibility back from somebody else, or like you did. Because this is a blocked card. This is a funny card because it speaks of when it's not blocked, it's about you taking back responsibility about something you delegated, right? I told somebody else to handle that, and now I want to take it back. But when it's blocked, you're not in a position where you can do that. Whoever you've delegated it to, they're still in charge of it for now, okay? So you are going to stand tall and be of assistance in any way you can without taking it out of their hands. You're going to be of assistance in any way you can, all right? If we're just standing by and helping out while they do what they do, great. Or maybe you'll send them an extra hand. That way they have help to do what they got to do, but you won't take it out of their hands. You'll just send them extra help and know that they're getting the assistance they need, even if it's not you, okay? Be careful here. We don't want to be the ones who are like over dominating the situation, because you're not able to take it back. You can't. So you got to deal with what you have, and if it needs more help, send help. All right? Cool. It's a blockage for you, right? So this card here is talking about how the Queen of Wands, there is a lady of like mind who is going to be very down to earth and easygoing, who's going to be in the mix at this time and paying very close attention to what you're working on and what you're doing. She's very much so going to be a supporter of you. She understands what you're going through, and she will calm you down while you're going through this process. This could be a man with feminine energy. It doesn't have to be a woman, but it will be somebody who gets you, understands you, and wants to support you in the process. So don't be alarmed. She might be just somebody who distracts you while everything is feeling frustrated, because whatever, you have all the tools and pieces. You're like, okay, cool, 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 cool. We put all the pieces together and we're going to push it over to the crating department. Everybody put the finished product in the crate. Okay, well, there's one person doing the crates and they're slow. Well, the crates are built, but the actual inclusion of the part and the piece in the crate takes time. And you got to pack it properly, you got to bubble wrap it, you got to do this, you got to do that. You got to be careful with it. You don't want to break the thing, and and you get it in there, and then you got to stabilize it. You got to screw it down and make sure it doesn't rattle around in there. All of those things are happening, but it's a process, and you want to speed the process, so you're going to end up throwing more people at it, okay? Just be aware you're not in charge. She is, or they are, whoever that person is that's doing that you want to control but you can't, is going to be in charge, all right? This card here is talking about the next week over the 14th or the 20th. Yes, all the hard work is over. You've managed to accomplish the project. Very cool. I love that. The basics are taken care of. The people are handled. The big order went out. Everybody is happy. The universe is singing a happy song, all right? Oh, except for the Queen of Pentacles. She is blocking you because, of course, I feel like she hasn't got the payment yet from the people that you sent all that stuff off to. You know, you built all the stuff, you sent it all away. They haven't sent their payment yet. You're feeling so excited that you got it done. You're like, yeah, but our coffers are in arrears. We're damn near baseline empty because they didn't pay us yet. So you're like, oh, dang. And she's all up in your business until you get that straightened away, okay? That's going to be a big deal. And so you're definitely going to be making a phone call saying, hey, man, we did our part. Where's the payment? You need to cough up the payment. And they're going to be like, we need to see the product. And when the product arrives, we will send the final payment. And you're like, where's the damn product? So you're going to be checking your shipping and your receiving and and your deliveries and waiting for the dot to move across from it left this place, it's going to this place. It's left this place, it's going to this place. It's left this place, it's going to this place. It's like, there's the final place. You're watching the dot move slowly, and you know she's all up in your business. You're like, look, all I can do is tell you we're waiting for the dot to move, and then they'll pay me. And that's the only way that fairness is going to come out of there, is that they want to know that they're getting what they asked for before they make a payment. And I totally understand. I mean, why would you pay in advance in full for something that's somewhere in the others, right? It hasn't even arrived yet. What? So, excellent. Well done. This card here is talking about how the week of the 21st through the 27th of December, you have the Nine of Swords. Reluctantly in charge. You're still reluctantly in charge. Now you've gone through all this stuff. And now you feel like, man, that was a pain in the ass. I didn't really enjoy doing that. That was not fun. And they're like, we're going to totally put you in charge of the next project. You're like, really? But I had a bad... And they're like, no, you'll be fine. It's not going to be that way next time. Don't worry. Whatever the shipping situation is, you're going to have it all figured out, and it's going to be awesome, okay? You are not in a position to walk away from whatever's going on. You're not in a position to walk away from anybody right now. So whatever you feel like might be flotsam or jetsam in the situation, like, ooh, wait a minute, maybe you went back over here and you're like, yeah, I want to get rid of that person. Like, nope, you can't do it. Right now is not a good time. Let's face it, it's the week of Christmas. You can't be firing people right now. That's just rude, crude, and basically unattractive. You can show them other jobs, you can give them other opportunities, you can do other things, but you can't fire them, okay? That's just the rules of universal Scrooge life. You don't do that, okay? Don't be a Scrooge. This card here is talking about how you are building a stronger foundation. Your solution is to work on the foundation of what's going on and refine the situation, refine the opportunities. And if this person just really needs more help doing that project, then maybe you need to send more people over there to help that person on the regular basis, not, it may be even on a temporary basis. Like, every time we're doing a big ship, we're going to send these people over there to help you because you've done your part, but we want to have them help you do the rest, all right? So it might be the solution, and it's a quick, simple solution. that speeds things up in the proper way. Now that they're properly trained, everything is cool, right? You are building a proper foundation for yourself. This is going to be more stable. Everything is more stable. Work, home, life, everything, relationships, everything has been more stable at this time, okay? So very good. I like that. Now then, the final week of December, we're looking at the fact that we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is all about there will be somebody who's very particular about how they want things done, who's going to be rearing their ugly heads, saying, oh, let's do it this way. Da, 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 da. I need it to be done just like so. You're like, okay, so there's a very specific project you want me to be in charge of over here, and there's this guy who's super particular. This might be your client. So pay attention to who your client is. Listen to what he says. Make a list of his specific demands, because you can meet those demands. They won't stop you from moving forward. They're just demands. And if you just make a list of them, it's just a little checklist of things that have to be done, okay? Don't be alarmed. It's not impossible. You can totally win this thing, okay? You just have to work it through. I don't even feel like you're in a position where you're selling anything. I think you're just handling the order once it's come through with this guy's demands, okay? So this is good. This card here is talking about how your karma is blocked right now. So whether you have good karma or bad karma, it won't matter. Whatever's going on, you're just going to work it through, okay? This is the final week and the first week of the next year. So whatever's going on, you're just working, right? You're just going to get in there, you're going to get going after it, and everything is going to go exactly as it's supposed to, or not. And it has nothing to do with your karma, okay? You haven't earned it one way or the other. It's just what's going on, all right? So take it as it comes and be prepared, all right? Now, of course, the Nine of Wands is showing that your solution is to stand up for what you want and how you want things to be and how you want to be personally. So if somebody's pushing you in weird directions and you find yourself wanting to be a better leader or a better boss or a kinder boss, stay with it. Stay with that version of yourself that wants to be a better boss, knowing that you're going to get better attitudes and better people overall if you stay a better boss, right? If you start being a jerk and pushing them and shoving them and saying you have a 15-minute break and let's go, you're going to get less work and you're going to get more angry people, and it's going to be harder to make it happen. So keep doing what you got to do to stay true to who you are as a person, whatever that means for you. If you really like those short breaks, knock yourself out. Do your thing. If you found that that is a really neat way to apply yourself to the process of bossing people around, knock yourself out, okay? If it works. If it doesn't work, you might want to try something different, all right? But this is about you staying true to yourself, all right? So we're going to go ahead and now set these cards aside because, you know, we got to get going here on a more in-depth reading for the very first week of December. So we'll set these aside. We'll come back to them in other readings because that's how I do it. I come back. This isn't stuff that disappears. I don't start fresh. I always start with what we had, and then we move on. All right. So let's get you some new cards from over here on the Mythic Tarot deck. Another new deck that will help you get more information about what's going on this particular week. All of them have been pre-programmed and are ready to go for you. And you alone, Scorpio. So let's see what we have. We have that Ten of Swords. We're starting out November 30th through the 6th. You're bossing up. You're going to be the boss. You're going to take care of your people. Your people are going to take care of you. It's going to be an interesting week, right? We know that. We've already seen that. It's going to be like, whoa. Okay, so pay attention. You've already got a glimpse of what's happening. Interestingly enough, they're saying, the hardest work is already done. Most of the parts are put together. Most of the parts are here. Most of everything is where it belongs. So you have most of everything you need. The crates are already built. Blah, 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 blah. Everything is ready to go. Mostly, right? We have a little bit left to do. Trust your instincts. Trust your intuition about how you're going to make things happen in the last minutes before things gotta go. Go, 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 right? There's part of you that's like, okay. So trust your gut. If your gut is saying, okay, I can pre-plan for this, I can pre-plan for that, We were waiting for a half an hour for the glue to dry, so everybody take a break and go eat and then come back. It might be a little early. We'll be taking lunch early to better accommodate the situation, because when the glue is dry, we can all get after it, okay? So presto, you're going to send them to, you're going to be making smart choices based on your gut reaction to the situation, okay? Making moves in the moment, all right? Very cool. This card here is talking about how you are blocked from having all your wishes fulfilled. So not everything is going according to plan. Like I said, things could be missing in the mail. Parts could be missing. So you'll be building half of one of these things and half of one of those things. Two halves of a cow, so to speak, are going to be sitting on a workbench many times over, waiting for the joining pieces, right? The little joining pieces that we needed to put in there to make the whole lock system work, to make proper cow pig banks or something like that. And by that token, you're doing what you got to do up until that moment, and you're working it out, okay? There will not be anything here for you to learn. There is no quick learning situation for you at this time. There's maybe a long-term learning opportunity, but really you're blocked from any of this quick learning situation. It's like, nope, it's just what it is, okay? Right now, it just is what it is. You can't make it go better or faster or anything else, and you're not even sabotaging yourself, because whatever this is, it's not your fault, right? We talked about that. It's not your fault. This is what's happening. This card here is talking about how your solution for this particular week is new information about something you care about that will come down the pike. It might be like, oh, that thing has, we talked about how there might be parts available to you, a certain number of the specific part you're waiting for that's missing at another warehouse, at another place, that you just have to drive a couple hours to go and get it instead of waiting 27 days for the thing to arrive, or, you know, it's probably 6 days late, that's all. So you're like, okay, wait. Let me go and get that thing. And we're going to go and get like as many of those things as we can. We'll come back and make as many of these little cow banks as we can and get them working through so that our client will be happy. Ta-da, we're working it through. It's going to work out just fine. There's nothing to be afraid of. I know there's so much that feels like, oh my God, they're going to hate us. They're going to never come back. They're never going to order from us again. But you're actually doubling down and going over and above the call of duty to make this happen. Because, of course, it's a time of miracles. It's Christmas time. Why not? All right, so you're doing that. You're pushing yourself a little bit further and you're making things happen. That's very nice. And, of course, the Ace of Cups is your final card of the solution, and it's about the gift of love, the gift of something that you care about showing up. This could be new relationships for my singles. This could be an opportunity to do something that you really care about, that you might, I don't know, maybe you're going to drive past your favorite restaurant that you hardly ever get to when you go to pick up all these parts, and presto changeo, you're like, I'm going to totally pull in after I pick up those parts. And grab me my favorite meal, and then I'll feel better as I'm coming back. My tummy will be full, and I'll have the parts we need, and everything will be great. So there's a gift of joy in this moment, okay? So you will be relieved, you will be free, you will be happy, as you will be able to take care of the initial bits and pieces of this order, so to speak, as you're pulling it together and you're making it happen. You are the linchpin, you are making things be what they should be. There will be joy, okay? Very nice. So let's go ahead and get this beautiful Path of the Soul card, which will help clarify what's going on this week for you. All right. What do we have here for you, Scorpio? It's right here. All right. So this card here. Ooh, okay. Let's put these cards aside. And let's look at this card. All right. So, haha. He's fun, isn't he? I feel like this is an image of the bug in the machine, right? It's like, uh-oh, this is what's causing all the trouble. But it's not. He's just a funny little guy. He's reminding you that he is, he's got lots of talents. He's got lots of hands and feet and fingers and toes. He's using all of his parts to make things happen and move in the right direction. So it's really, really cool. And we like that. We like that you have support from this little guy. He is, when I was growing up, there was a show where we had a singing spider in a tree. His name was Stanley. He had 8 little shoes on all of his 8 little feet. And he reminds me of him, a big old spider. But it's not a scary spider, right? Because he has so many capacities and abilities. He's working on a project. He's birthing something out. He's making things happen. Things are coming together in a very nice way. Energy is radiating out from this little guy. And he's working towards the beautiful goals of helping you in every which way he can. So don't worry. You've got a little ally working through things, and I think that's going to be very helpful to you. So cool, right? Now then, let's get your mystery card, okay? Your mystery card is the Knight of Swords, fighting for your power, fighting for control of the situation. In some cases, you may find that other people are not necessarily respecting the fact that you have the authority in the moment to take care of whatever's going on. You're like, no, really, I'm going to be the one who goes off and gets those parts. I can and I will make this happen. Other people may be like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, give me the petty cash, let's go. Because you're absolutely certain about what you're doing and that you can do this and that you won't send anybody else, because everybody else has to go home and they'll get the new parts in the morning. It'll be fine. But you are going to be able to save the day, but it'll just be an after-hours project for you. And you don't have to make anybody else work after hours. You can do it on your own. And I think that everyone will appreciate that. And they're like, okay, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, you're going to come in dragging tomorrow. You're going to need a lot of coffee. But that's fine. You are the boss. You're handling it. You're taking good care of your people. And you're not making anyone step outside the box of whether they need to be or what they should be doing. Because you're the capable one. You're willing to take on that responsibility. And you had to step up and say you would do that. So you did. Nicely done. Awesome. Now, you need a pocket full of rocks. Okay, Scorpio? Let's get those rocks for you. All right. Cool. So we have blue lace agate, we have a blue opal, and we have black amethyst. All right. So blue lace agate is a 5th chakra stone. It's a throat stone. It's going to help you speak clearly to your people, lead your team, get where you want to go, talk about what's going on, and get things happening correctly, okay? You're not going to be too hot under the collar. You're not going to be too cold under the collar. None of what's going on is their fault. Remember that. It's not their fault. It's not your fault. It's just what's happening. And you found a solution, and you're going to have to work that solution out. So you're going to handle it, and you're going to do the right things. Now, there will be some people who are taking it on as their fault, and you're going to have to use healing words. This blue opal is going to have you speaking very gently and very kindly and talking people down off the ledge, realizing none of us are at fault. This is just shipping and receiving, and it's got nothing to do with what's going on. Nobody did anything wrong. We all ordered everything we were supposed to right when we were supposed to. Everything's, so you're going to have to talk somebody down, okay? Be kind, be gentle. Remind them that everything is going to be fine and that you're going to handle the solution and everything will be good, okay? Not a big deal. They're probably going to want to get in the car, but you need to send them home, okay? They need to go home and be fresh in the morning, all right? That'll be better for them. Black amethyst is all about how it's a 6th chakra stone, so it's going to be something that you meditate with on your 3rd eye, which is on your forehead, right between your eyebrows. And it's all about how when you meditate with black amethyst, you get to see what impact you have on the universe around you, like on the globe itself. So if you imagine the globe in front of you, you're going to be able to see perhaps the little dot that is you and where you are on the globe and what's happening around you there. And then you'll see the ripple effect. You'll see the little red dots separate and show the influence you're having on the people around you, right? Oh, look, you're influencing your people. So the red dot gets brighter on that globe. Now you're going to watch all those little dots go away, and then they're going to burn brighter, and then those are going to separate, right? Everybody is separating. So your influence is beginning to spread all over the planet. So it starts as a drop, and you get a little ripple, and then it turns into a wave, right? and then it turns into a tsunami because everything just exponentially grows and spreads around the planet. And it's your energy, it's your influence, it's your know-how, your experience. Everything you're doing is in every area of your life, whether it's at work, or your friends, wherever, you're having a profound influence, and those people share your profound influence with their friends, and so on. And it's quite lovely and beautiful. So I love this very much for you, Scorpio. I love that you're spreading your good juju around everywhere, and everybody's getting a piece of you in the best possible way, and they're singing your praises and enjoying what you have to offer. So that's good news. All right, so Scorpio, my goodness, what a first week. My goodness, this whole month is going to be a bit much, but I think you're going to handle it 1 week at a time, okay? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? If you don't want to carry these rocks, you don't have to. They are there to support you as needed. If you want to carry something else, you're totally welcome to. Comment below, let me know what you've decided to carry, or if you want to carry these ones and how it's all working for you. If you want to talk about the reading itself, I'm totally into that. Let's do it. Let's have a conversation, all right? And of course, if you want to look in the description box below, you'll find all kinds of cool things there. You'll find all the cards that I'm using, so you can go to Amazon or Etsy and buy them for yourself. You'll also find a list of all the Renaissance fairs where I go and do readings, and you can come on out to the fair and get an in-person reading, which is always super fun. But if you don't have time for all of that and you want to still get a private reading, or you need a private reading, then there's a link for that in the description box. So you can book a private reading over the phone, and I will be there for you, and you can be as comfortable as you like while we do that, all right? Excellent. I want to thank you all for your likes, shares, and subscribes. You all matter so much to me. I finally got to 1,000 followers. I'm so excited. And if you keep, I'm thinking about going for 2,000 now. Let's do it, all right? Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your coworkers. I'm excited about it. It's fun, all right? And of course, we're going to talk now about the free reading giveaway. If you are here for the free reading giveaway, the only way to enter is to drop an emoji down in the comments below. So drop an emoji in a comment, and that's an entry, okay? If you put 7 emojis in a single comment, that's 1 entry. If you put 7 individual comments with 1 emoji in each one, that's 7 entries. You get what I'm saying? Enter as often as you like. I'm into it. Go for it. And I'll put all of your entries into a hat with all the other signs for the entire month, and then I will post them, post the winner the first week of January, and then of course I'll drop a personal message to you to let you know if you're the winner, okay? Excellent. Not if you're the winner, but if you are the winner, you will be notified personally. How's that? Okay? Thank you so much for being here. We will talk to you next week about the 7th through the 13th. And we'll see you then. Thank you.